Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Krompiatek from Coley at Canisius College. In this video we will cover how to restrict activities based on the completion of other activities. In D2L, you can restrict students from seeing certain activities in the course until they complete other content. For example, you can restrict a quiz until a student has finished the week's assignment or discussion board, or you can restrict a student from accessing the discussion board until they complete the dropbox assignment, or some other combination of content completions. In this video, the case study will be that we want students to complete an academic integrity pledge quiz before they can continue to the actual quiz. Before we begin, note the following. I already have a simple academic integrity pledge quiz in my quizzes section. I'll show you that now. As you can see, it only has a few questions and it's also not connected to the gradebook. However, I'll click on Add and Edit Questions just to show you what it looks like. Because of the way D2L works, I do need to assign points to these questions regardless of not connecting it to the gradebook. This quiz is also set to grade itself and has a custom submission view and is set to give unlimited attempts. If you want to learn more about submission views, you can click on the card above. There are only a few questions in this quiz, each basically asking the student if they understand what is considered plagiarism or cheating, that they understand that they must use their own work, and that they promise not to plagiarize or help others to cheat, and understand the consequences of plagiarizing or cheating, and so on. The final question is basically having the students type out their name so that it seems a little bit more legitimate that this quiz is an academic integrity pledge rather than just something that they have to do to complete an actual quiz that they need to take. So let's take a look at this now. I'll hit on preview to take a look at the entire quiz. Something that you might notice as well is that all of these questions say mandatory, which means that to submit the quiz, they must answer each question. The last question is also mandatory, but as you can see, it's also set to be a bonus question, which is why our total points is set to 4 rather than 5. That is because, unfortunately, D2L does not have an easy way of automatically grading written responses based on a student's name. So if we have it as a bonus question, it won't be counted against the student when we go and set this up to automatically grade. To make questions mandatory or bonus, I need to go back to the settings for the Academic Integrity Pledge number 2. Make sure I'm on the Properties tab, scroll down until I see the Edit Values button. Click on that, and the page will reload, and then I need to scroll back down. I can choose whether to make questions mandatory or bonus. I can also set the points if I need to as well. I'll hit Save and Close. Then I'll click on Academic Integrity Pledge number 2 again to get back to the quiz editor window. After you're done making your questions bonus or mandatory or changing the point values as needed by clicking on Edit Values, I'll show you assessment. As stated previously, this quiz is set to be automatically graded, which is why the written answer, or written response rather, is set to bonus. D2L, as I said before, does not automatically grade written responses. It in fact grades written responses as 0 until you, as the instructor, go in and adjust the grade. Scrolling down, we should also have this specific quiz set to be unlimited, attempts allowed, which I'll hit apply now to make sure that the attempts are unlimited. Next, I'll go to the submission views and show you how that looks right now. Click on default view. I do have it showing the questions and showing the question answers. I'll click save. And I'll show you the second quiz now. The second quiz, which for me right now is test 3, is just a very simple quiz with a couple of multiple choice, true falses, and a question pool. That's really about it. There's nothing special about this quiz, or rather, nothing too special about this quiz, I should say. I'll go over to restrictions and show you how that is set up. I'm currently hiding it from users because I am still setting this quiz up so that the Academic Integrity Pledge quiz is going to prevent students from seeing this particular quiz until they complete that quiz. But for right now, in restrictions, I'll scroll down until I find release conditions. I'll click on create and attach. And then I'll click on select condition type, which is under condition type. As you can see, there are plenty of different condition types that you can use. You've got a bunch for the Dropbox, for checklists, different group enrollments, completing a survey, and so on. The one we're interested in is quizzes. We're looking for score on a quiz. And once you click on that, the window will update. And now you can choose a quiz. I'll choose my Academic Integrity Pledge number 2. And the criteria is going to be equal, and the grade will be 100%. Basically what this means is that they need to complete the Academic Integrity Pledge quiz and get a 100% on it before they can even access test number 3. So I'll click on create. And now you can see basically what I just said. I'll hit save. And then I'll uncheck hide from users. Then I'll click save and close. And now we can test this out really quick. Before I do that though, I'm going to go to content. And I'm going to put both the Academic Integrity Pledge quiz and the test number 3 quiz into my content area right here, just to make it a little easier for me when I go and test this out. I'll choose quizzes, Academic Integrity Pledge number 2. It says all conditions must be met, receives equal to 100% on the quiz Academic Integrity Pledge number 2. That's good for right now. And now I'll test this out. I'll click on my username in the upper right corner and choose View as Student. It'll send me back to the home page. I'll click on Content. And as you can see, I can see Academic Integrity Pledge number 2, but I can't see my 3rd quiz, even though it was there originally. I'll click on this, and I'll start my quiz. Quiz. Your quiz has been submitted successfully. I'll click on Done. And I'll go back to Content, and I should see my test number 3 quiz. And there it is. Since I don't want my submission of the Academic Integrity Pledge number 2 to affect any statistics that are going on with the quiz itself, I'm going to go back to Quizzes. I'll click on the drop-down for Academic Integrity Pledge number 2. Click on Grade. And since I have all of mine here, I'll just click on my name right here and click on Reset right there. That will remove all the attempts. If I go back to Quizzes, I can see that nothing has been published for either one of these just yet. If I need to continue working on this, I should hide both quizzes from the students until I am ready to show them or have them begin working on the quiz. A couple of other things to note. You can also copy the Academic Integrity Pledge quiz to keep on reusing it for other activities. If you're interested in learning how to do that, you can follow the video in the card above. The final tip that I would give you is in the submission view for the Academic Integrity Pledge number 2, I would also include a little message saying something along the lines of, some sort of message like that. This way students aren't struggling. I'll click on the blue save button to make sure that that submission view is saved. That's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please email us at helpdesk@canisius.edu. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.